Was that a raccoon going through your trash, or was that an alien? It could have been an alien. Today, we are going to see an amazing video of an alien caught on a Ring camera. This is incredible and it has really interesting implications. So, let's talk about it and go over the footage. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, and this is from a video by Latchkey Hustle, a great channel everybody should check out. Other channels are also talking about this, and I think Jim from the Quirk Zone is going to do a great breakdown of this with analyst Scott Roeder. Yeah, I look forward to that. But okay, so here it is. I'm going to play the clip from John at Latchkey Hustle.
California, Southern California, and you're down here on the right, you're going to see this thing walk through. Yeah, and if you listen, you hear that banging sound.
Yeah, so it wasn't actually going through the trash. We'll find out what that noise was in a moment, but let's go over that footage again. It's just really incredible. And we'll get a slow down and a zoom in here of this entity, whatever this is. Yeah, look at that. I don't know. I hope my screen grabber isn't cutting any of that off. It might well be, but here's the zoom in. Look at that amazing entity caught on camera. Elongated head, a thin neck. You can see an eye. You can see a mouth, shoulders. Just jaw-dropping footage of whatever this thing is. And the homeowner has come out publicly showing her real name and face, so unlikely in my view to be a hoax. I believe that it has now been examined and it is not CGI or anything like that. I think Jim and Scott are going to get more into that. So yeah, be sure to check that out. All right, so the homeowner has this to say about the noise it's making.
So that noise then, was it opening the back gate?
That was the back gate opening. Mm-hmm.
So when it opened up the back gate, would it have been able to trigger the motion sensors
That
on your
second camera? Yeah, and it didn't catch it. And if you look at the video also, there's a camera over our front door. And so that camera is facing towards like the driveway area, like the entrance of the driveway. And that camera didn't catch anything either.
Okay, so yeah, it should have triggered the other camera. It didn't. There were two other cameras that should have caught it. They did not catch it. As John talks about right around here, how this being is manipulating the footage.
Look at a few different sections of this image, and we're going to go over the same like half second of footage at a few different places so you can see. And so like down here by the front gate, just crazy pixely out of nowhere. Top of the overhang, crazy pixely out of nowhere. Like I said, this is a repeat of the same part of the footage, right? The flash and then everything's pixely. The entire thing gets pixely. Look at the tree. Boom, pixely. I mean, and even down here with the signage, you can read the welcome and the dear God and all that stuff, and then it shows up and then pixely. Everything's pixely. The minute this thing shows up and then it leaves and then you can read the sign again, the pixels go away. It's like literally just when the thing is present, all of a sudden it gets pixely.
That's just crazy. And where have we seen this before? Well, of course, we've seen this with the backyard alien case in Las Vegas. Not too long ago, I had analyst Scott Roeder on the show to go over this. And he's been on Quirk Zone many times with Jim going over this and analyzing this footage. And here he is on News Nation talking about this. And what he had to say on my show with Jim and on News Nation is that this being behind the fence, we're not talking about the actual beings further in the backyard, but just the shadowy being behind the fence, actually cloaking itself visually, but also cloaking itself from the camera. Just like the being apparently in that footage we just saw from California. The camera footage is crystal clear. There's a flash. The being appears, and everything gets pixelated and not as clear for a moment. So yeah, here's some of the analysis on News Nation.
Anything that you did, it's just what you were able to determine that this shadow being or this being in the shadows, possibly creating its own shadow or smoky filter or cloaking technique, is not only cloaking itself from the people there, but cloaking itself from the camera itself, in that it's minimizing our ability to identify pixels inside of that shadow.
I'm joined.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? These guys and their abilities to manipulate camera footage. It's really interesting. Obviously, if you've seen The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, basically the whole show is a demonstration of the being's ability to manipulate sensor and various pieces of equipment. Of the beings and the phenomenon behind The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, repeatedly, almost in every single episode, are manipulating their sensors, whether it's GPS or other various sensors, to trick the cameras and the various pieces of equipment into thinking that rockets are doing things they are not, in many other evidences of that activity. So really interesting. Obviously, the video we just saw of the being in the Ring camera has strong similarities to the Dobby the house elf footage, which seems to be genuine footage. It's not the son with underwear on his head. It is seemingly an actual being. Now, interestingly, if this is legit footage, it doesn't seem pixelated. There's no flash. It is pretty clear. So why is it clear in one case and why is it not clear in the other case? Well, it does seem to be a different type of entity, a different sort of being, doing this little chicken dance. Pretty sweet moves there. What is going on with that? Now, if these beings are lurking around our houses, what does that mean? If those two videos are legit, and I think they are, and they show beings just around our houses, what does that mean? Well, I mean, these things are everywhere. Beings seem to be everywhere, or, at least in many places. UFOs are all over the place, and we are seemingly unaware of them. In this video from the Border Patrol agent that Ross Coulthart recently interviewed, that released 4 UFO videos over a few years. In one of them, I believe it's this top one, although it could be this one, the object is going over rural land where there are cows there, and it goes right above their heads, and they're not aware of it. It's not making a sound. It's not visible, apparently. It is just going right over their heads. It's cold. It's this cold thing going right over these cows' heads, and they are not aware of it. So that's, some of the implications of that video is that these things are all over the place, or potentially all over the place in many places, and we are simply not aware of them. That is creepy. What the hell are they doing? I guess you could say that, we're still here, and they're not overtly interfering in our lives. So plus, I guess, at the same time, we did not invite these guys. So, there's that. But here is the gentleman in question, this blue being, at least from the footage, very classic alien, sort of guy here. Resembles the Alien Interview being a lot, the Jon Stewart Alien Interview being at S4 or Area 51, somewhere at Area 51. It resembles many aliens that we've seen, gray aliens with elongated heads, that general sort of thing, seeming to move in a hunchback posture, as John says. And by the way, everybody should check out Latchkey Hustle. He has a great channel. He has, constantly amazing stuff on this channel. I'll link to it, and I encourage everybody to go check it out. But yeah, so we have multiple types of beings. We have Dobby the House Elf. We have this elongated head, gray alien type, and God knows what other sorts of beings are out there. Seemingly, you would think, doing the same things. If they're prowling around our houses, they might be prowling around for the same reasons. What are those reasons? Are these people abductees? Because apparently that is a thing. If you're an abductee or contactee, often the beings will be around. Whitley Strieber placed cameras all over his house, trying to get the beings on camera that he knew were often present, but he could never get them. They would never let him get them on camera. And as we've seen, they manipulate camera footage. They do this all the time. I know of many examples where they seem to have manipulated camera footage. And what's really interesting is they don't just manipulate camera footage, but they also manipulate our own perception of them. You'll go to a CE5 event, and some people will be able to see the craft, and some won't. I've been at CE5s where I have not been able to see the craft or the beings that other people were experiencing. But again, others were. So they can manipulate our perception. They can manipulate our camera footage. But interestingly, not like 100%. Like, as the lady says, there were 2 other cameras that were not catching this entity, but one of them was. So why was only one of those cameras catching it? Did it goof? Did it make a mistake, allowing that other camera to catch it? What was going on there? What do you guys think? Did it allow itself to be filmed? This is an amazing incident. I would love to know your thoughts on this and what it all means. Are these beings constantly running around our backyards, in our front porches? And this thing apparently had to open and close a gate, which is interesting. It wasn't like phasing through solid matter. So what does that mean? What does that imply? Let me know what you think about it all. It's creepy. It's amazing. It's exciting. But yeah, we didn't invite these guys. I didn't invite them. So let me know what you think about it all. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. Buy a t-shirt, buy a coffee mug, become a channel member. And of course, there are plenty of other videos on the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.